Okay, so I am quickly realizing that it is going to be extremely difficult to do recaps during Eagles home games. So every Monday, I'm going to give you the recap that you deserve, the recap that you want, the in-depth analysis that you got after every Eagles win or loss, easy for me to say, over the years. Now, it's going to be tough now. I'm only going to get like 5 to 6 minutes at a time, so I'm going to do quick thoughts, and then I got to get going, and then I got to leave, and it's not going to be easy for me. So road games is going to be a little bit easier because we're not doing post-game recaps. We're going to be doing pre-game stuff at the Jug Handle Inn. But home games, we're at Xfinity Live. We're at PBR. We got David Akers. We got me, Sean Brace, Tommy Pope, and then same thing at the Jug Handle Inn in terms of the pre-game stuff. Recaps at Club Risque. Any home game that you go to, you bring the ticket to Club Risque, and you get free admission. So when the Eagles get a win, you want to treat yourself to a little something, go ahead over to Club Risque. Okay, so let's get into the notebook now and how I saw this game and graded it out and all that good stuff. So this wound up being a 32-27 Eagles victory, obviously, but in my play-by-play scoring, it was 90-67. I didn't grade it all the way out because I stopped it after this, after the Jake Elliott field goal, which made it a 32-20 game with about 3+ minutes left on the clock. So the notebook, why do I do this? I like to look at all the little details. I like to pick up on patterns in terms of formations and all that stuff in terms of downs and distances. The other thing I like to look at are the possessions and how many possessions are being played and how many times the teams are scoring on those possessions. So your normal NFL game is going to have about 12 possessions in it, and you're going to see about 5 scoring series, meaning whether that's 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals for 27 points or 3 field goals and 2 touchdowns for 23 points, whatever the case might be. So you see teams score about 40 to 45% of the time, most of the time. And in this game, the Eagles eclipsed that. So they had 5 scoring series in the 10 possessions that they had. And not only did they have 5 scoring series, they had 4 touchdowns. And that is the way it looked back in 2017. The Eagles were number 2 in third down and number 2 in the red zone. And they were turning touchdowns out of these possessions instead of settling for 3 points. So this was a slow start for Philadelphia. Got down 17-0, and they still managed to find a way to storm back in this game, and win it kind of handily in the end because obviously the Redskins put up that touchdown with 6 seconds left in the game. So here's where we're going to start in the notebook. We're going to go up here. This is by the way, this is the largest lead in terms of the play-by-play scoring. It's 36-17, right after a 3-and-out by Philadelphia. So we're going to start the notebook, start the highlights right here. This 2nd and 10 throw by Wentz to Goddard. By the way, this is my 3rd time trying to attempt the highlights because it's been lagging the first 2 times. So I had to restart my computer. Hopefully it's going to work this time. So here we go. Let's go. Let's try this out one more time. Okay, so this is where we're starting. 4:33 mark of the second quarter. Eagles finally get on the scoreboard. But this is a 2nd 10 right before the DeSean Jackson bomb down the seam. So we're going to see this play. Carson Wentz starts the game 8 of 11 for only 38 yards. I believe that's what it was. But this throw right here, this was a good play all the way around. Dallas Goedert running the wheel route. Perfect throw by Wentz. Good hit by Monte Nicholson to pry this ball loose. But this is a good throw here by Carson. So just take a look at this.
Jordan Howard in the game.
So a little bit more of a looping trajectory there, if you notice there from Carson. So sometimes he'll throw that ball a little bit flat. That one had a little bit more of that arc under it. a little bit more trajectory. And that was a really good ball by Wentz, but unfortunately Goddard just couldn't come down with it. Okay, so this is the touchdown from Jackson, and what we didn't see here is Jeffrey motioning down to make this a bunch here. So this bunch a little bit more width than your normal bunch, a bunch a little bit tighter than this. And what's going to happen here is Jackson goes right down the seam. He goes by Josh Norman. This is a perfect ball by Carson Wentz. Not only a perfect ball, but look at the job of stacking that DeSean Jackson does in this play. So that creates there we go. And there you go. That creates the separation there late for Jackson to get away from Norman. And he's dancing on the pony for 6. Okay, so we're going to see here Nigel Bradham making the play on a 3rd and 3 direct snap. 3rd and 10, Eagles, next drive. So this is the only 3rd down that Carson Wentz didn't convert in this football game. He was 12 of 13 on 3rd down for 197 yards and 3 touchdowns. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017, they were 3rd, or actually they were 2nd in 3rd down percentage. Last year, they finished 11th, I believe. So the 2 critical things back in the Super Bowl winning season, the 3rd down conversion rate and the conversion rate inside of the red zone. And the king of 3rd down, Carson Wentz, he is back, ladies and gentlemen. He is back. And we're going to get to a lot of these other 3rd downs as we get into this recap. So Washington gets the ball back here late in the first half. And we're going to see a tough snag here by Terry McLaurin. This is pretty good coverage here from Ronald Darby, but he's unable to locate the ball, and that allows McLaurin to make that catch. Look at that catch. Back shoulder ball. Good throw by Keatum. As we look here again, McLaurin had a big game for the Redskins. 5 receptions for 125 yards. So he breaks out the 3rd-round pick out of Ohio State. And look at him go up and snatch that. That's a nice play by McLaurin. So Eagles seemingly underestimated these Redskins wide receivers coming in. And in the first half, Case Keenum, 16 of 22, 258 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So there's that. Okay. We're going to see a sack here by Timmy Jernigan. And obviously there was a big injury along the Eagles' defensive line in Malik Jackson. So he left the game yesterday in a walking boot. And it was announced today by Doug Peterson that he has suffered a significant injury. It is unknown right now whether or not he's going to miss the season or if he's going to come back off of that injured reserve list. So we're going to see a TE stunt work in the game here. Timmy Jernigan and Vinnie Curry. So here we go. And that allows Jernigan to get by Morgan Moses, and we see a sack. So the only sack of the game by the Eagles. And the Redskins here, we see a late field goal by Tress Way, 4 seconds on the clock. They go into the locker room up 20-7. So the other thing we saw in 2017, the Eagles starting the second half with touchdown drives. So it happened again. And the thing here was the play calling all day. I thought leading up until this point, until this play right here, after this play, the play calling got a lot better. But 3rd and 5, see, the thing that Doug Peterson does sometimes, he likes to get too tricky with himself. He confuses himself. So, well, not confuses himself, but he plays himself. 3rd and longs, he'll run the ball. 3rd and short, he'll pass the ball. And sometimes 3rd and shorts, he'll throw the toss to Darren Sproles, which is kind of inexplicable. And this is one of those occurrences where it's a 3rd and 5, a draw play is called, and Darren Sproles does not get the first down. So Jason Peters, you saw right there, he was late on the trap block, unable to get there, and Sproles is not able to get the first down. So 3rd and 5, that sets up the 4th and 1. And big balls Doug going for the 4th and 1 at the own 34. In their own 34-yard line, Philadelphia goes for it. So that, again, one of those occurrences. 4th and 1. No other team in the NFL is going to go for that except for Doug Peterson. And we see another play here. So the running game kind of gets established on this drive and in the second half. So we're going to see actually 3 plays in a row where the run game gets going. So this is a outside run by Darren Sproles. Isaac Seumalo does a solid job on this play. He's pulling here, and he gets the block. So Sproles gets around him. He picks up the first down. Now, the next 2 plays, we're going to see a pair of inside zones. Big gaping hole here for Sproles. That's a gain of 17. And then very next play, it's Miles Sanders, another hole up the middle. He's inside the 5-yard line. So that sets up 3rd and goal. Carson Wentz escapes, steps in, steps up and steps out. Steps up and steps out. Easy for me to say. And he hits Alshon Jeffrey in the back of the end zone. So on this play, we're going to see Alshon Jeffrey. He's lined up here, and he's just going to cross, and he's going to get the touchdown. So the tight window there from Wentz. Solid coverage, John Bostic, but unable to stop the touchdown from occurring. So the Eagles start to generate the run defense. Brandon Graham down the line. We see a TE stunt here with Cox, and he gets into the backfield. Deep penetration. And that 3 and out was one of 5 of 6 for Washington in a 6-possession sequence. So first 3 possessions of the game, the Redskins, they put up 208 yards. They score 17 points. And then after that, nothing. Not much of anything. 3 and outs in 6 possessions. So 3rd and 10, of course, this is a completion because Carson Wentz was 12 of 13 on 3rd down. We already saw the first and only incompletion on 3rd down that Carson Wentz threw. And this one, we're going to see a wide open DeSean Jackson. And on this play, Monte Nicholson was late to react. So there were a pair of streaking routes. And Nicholson, it was a pick your poison. So you had Aguilar going deep, you had Jackson going deep. Nicholson ranged to the middle of the field instead of ranging to the outside. That allowed Jackson to get wide open for the touchdown. And the Eagles go in front for the first time in the ball game. So about 5:07, there you go, 5:07 on the clock, 21-20 Birds. So Carson Wentz hits on his deep balls. Case Keenum does not hit on his. And this was something that I've talked about with Wentz in the past. You know, the deep ball connection, it could get better. And we saw beautiful deep ball accuracy in this game against Washington. This was a big miss for Keenum, and the Redskins have to punt. So, again, we see a 3rd down situation for the Eagles. But this was a bad coverage play from Monte Nicholson as well. So what we're going to see here is, if this is the play I'm thinking of, yes, it is. So Monte Nicholson does not get enough depth in this coverage here. A bracket coverage along the right sideline. So we're going to see one more time to throw to McLaurin. And here's the 3rd and 9. So look, there's Nicholson right here. He should be back here. And that allows Jackson to be wide open for the first down. So 3rd and 9, I got the same play twice. All right, so I recorded it by accident twice. 3rd and 4, stop route. Easy pitch and catch to DeSean Jackson. And if I remember correctly here, the cornerback was in bail. He was bailing. Okay, here's the 3rd and 9 again. So that's the thing, the threat of DeSean going deep. You can see him. There you go. He's bailing. And that allows for the easy completion to move the sticks. So, once again, DeSean Jackson show in Philadelphia. This was a nice run by Miles Sanders, bouncing this to the outside. So he sets up, you're going to see right here, look at the outside defender here. Sets him up there with the outside cut, and there he goes, veering to the sideline, a pickup of 8 for Miles Sanders. 2nd and 2. Very next play. Here's Zach Ertz. The yak, the yards after the catch for Zach Ertz as he makes the inside cut and gets inside the 5-yard line to set up a 1st and goal for Philadelphia. So here it is, 1st and goal. And here's that play. They love to run this screenplay to Jeffrey inside the 5-yard line. This works all the time for the Birds. So this was a little bit of a wrinkle. So we're going to see him. He's going to motion in before motioning out. There's Dillard, the first-round draft pick. He's in on this play. He doesn't really go anywhere to get a block because he doesn't really need to. But Jeffrey gets inside. Okay, this is the two-point conversion. Okay, I remember that play. All right, so there's the touchdown. Here's the two-point conversion. So Doug Peterson going against common logic again. We saw the 4th and 1 at their own 34-yard line. This play, well, normally you should be kicking the extra point. Make the Redskins go for 2. Well, the Eagles are like, well, instead of that, how about we just put this game out of reach and make it a 2-possession game? And that's exactly what they did. And on 2-point plays, Doug Peterson, he likes to do a lot of shifting. So we're going to see it, shifting. Shift, there's the shift. Goddard and Ertz, here's the stack. Here's the motion. We're faking a jet sweep with Zach Ertz. That's not going to fool anybody. But here's the pitch, and Darren Sproles gets in for the 2-point conversion. So 29-20. 3rd and 15. Nothing. Because it's another 3 and out for the Redskins. So 3rd and 15 now for Philadelphia. And look at this play. This is where it gets crazy for Carson. The final drive the final drive for my notebook here that I kept recording of. But look at this throw. So Wentz sensing the pressure, flush out to his left, and a strike, an absolute strike to Zach Ertz. 3rd and 1. This looked a little bit like the Super Bowl, right? Little out route from Ertz. Easy pitch and catch. We got another first down. Move the chains. 2nd and 11. So a lot of this fake jet sweep action we see from Aguilar in this game. And this was a nice run for Howard. So reading his blocks. Kelsey gets a great block. Look at the block from Kelsey here. So look, there you go with the double team. And Sayamalu able to get on the second level as well. That's a 17-yard run for Jordan Howard. And Howard, out of the 3 backs, I thought he looked like the best one. And I know a lot of people were really clamoring for more touches from him. And, maybe he should have gotten them. I was a little bit surprised that Darren Sproles got all the carries that he got. But Jordan Howard making it happen after contact. But the other thing to keep in mind here is this. This is how it looked in 2017. Going back to that. This is the 4th quarter drive that went nearly 9 minutes off the clock, right? So they got the ball back 12-plus minutes. They're able to drain this thing to about 3:05 left in the game. So that made it 32-20 because Jake Elliott hit a 22-yard field goal on this drive. So they were able to get all that time off the clock. Part of that, able to run the football. Jordan Howard playing that LeGarrette Blount role. But the other part of it, again, was Carson Wentz and what he was doing on 3rd down. Here's another 3rd down conversion. This is a 3rd and 7, an empty set. He pumps twice. He rolls left. And just like the completion to Zach Ertz, he hits a wide-open Jeffrey for the first – well, not a wide-open Jeffrey, but he hits Jeffrey for the first down. So Ertz on the last one, Jeffrey there. And here's the 22-yard field goal by Jake Elliott. Splits the sticks. And that's a wrap here for this Week 1 game between the Eagles and the Redskins. All right, so let's get to the start of the game now, where the Eagles started slow. And here we go. So first drive of the game for Washington, and really just a pair of bad defensive plays is how they got on the scoreboard. And with Doug Peterson, he's a guy who doesn't want to allow the big play. That's why he likes to play all the off coverage. That's why he kind of keeps it vanilla between the 20s. He's all about red zone defense and wanting to keep you from getting in the end zone. Well, this is a 3rd and 2. And look at Andrew Sendejo on this play. So the first thing I want to show you is this. So we're going to see Vernon Davis motioning into the backfield to have an off-eye formation. 3rd and 2. And there you go. So Sendejo is late to recognize this pass into the flat, and then he misses the tackle to couple the miscues. So Vernon Davis gets in for the touchdown, and it's a 48-yard score. So Eagles' first possession of the game, and okay. So I'm going to show you this. This is DeSean Jackson, easy pitch and catch. This is a 2nd and 10. So we're going to see a motion from left to right. And look at the shade here. Look at the shade. Look at the outside shade from Quinton Dunbar. And it doesn't matter. So look, he knows the out route is coming. Look at the outside shade. He knows it's coming and he still can't stop it. So outside stem, look, the outside stem, and there's the cut to the outside to get the separation. Easy pitch and catch to DeSean Jackson on Quinton Dunbar. 3rd and 17. There were people that were murmuring about this throw, this 3rd and 17. Oh, he threw it high. Well, look at the coverage here. High was the only play here, the only way that Aguilar could have potentially went up and got that without there being repercussions of a potential interception. So I was fine with this overthrow. You know, it was a 3rd and 17, and it was incomplete. So it's 7-0. Here's Case Keenum, 1st and 10 ball, and we're going to see guys wide open for the Redskins. Protection for Case Keenum. Look at this pocket. Look at the time he has to throw, and look at the rhythm that he's able to establish within the pocket. So these were 3 completions here. So this is a 3rd and 8. Here's the 1st and 10 again. This is Kelvin Harmon, the rookie out of NC State. And again, look at the protection. No pressure from the defensive line of Philadelphia. So 1st down to Harmon. This is a 3rd and 8. Again, look at the bubble. Look at the pocket. Look at how he's able to step up into it and deliver the completion to Richardson. This is a 3rd and 7. Same deal. All the time in the world. And this is a great route by Trey Quinn. Look at this. He puts Maddox on skates. So look at the fake to the outside. Comes back inside on the pivot. And easy completion, easy pitch and catch. Turn up field on Maddox to gain extra yards. Trey Quinn put Maddox in the spin cycle there, and Maddox is a guy that I'm really high on. So these Redskins receivers, really surprised us yesterday. Here's Brandon Graham reading the screen. Great play by Brandon to limit the Eagles to Redskins here to a field goal, 41 yards away. It's 10-0 Skins. So early in the 2nd quarter now, 3rd and 3. I hated this call. Okay, this isn't what I thought it was. Never mind. I thought that was the toss to Sproles. But this is, again, the motion from the left to the right. This is the out route from the slot this time. Inside shade for Dunbar, and he picked wrong that time because he went outside. So 2nd and 4 for Carson. And this is something that Carson needs to get better at. These flip screens out to the boundaries. So look, it's on the wrong shoulder. He has to reach back, and that's the reason for the loss here on this play. 4th and 2. Eagles go for it. Eagles go for the 4th and 2. They don't go for the field goal. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage, and here's Washington taking over the 69-yard touchdown reception to Rasul Douglas. I'm going to have to watch this one again on the All-22. But as you can see here, he gets wide open on that break to the inside on Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas has always struggled with speed. McLaurin mismatched there on the outside, and an easy touchdown for Washington. So, I played this. I did the same clip twice. I am sorry. We got to watch that game, that play again, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the 3rd and 1 where the motion scrolls into the backfield. I hated this. Kerrigan does a great job of getting into the backfield, and it's a loss on 3rd and 1. 3rd and 7 for Case Keenum. And this is the first time I got this play. I recorded this play because this is the first time that I remember the pocket actually got collapsed. And we're lagging a little bit here, so I apologize for that. But that's actually the last play we wanted to show here anyway. So, there you go. You can see the pocket collapsing a little bit. And there's the incompletion. So, okay, so that's it. That's it for the highlights here as we're going to go back to the notebook here. And look at the scoring just one more time. And I guess that's how I'm going to do this. So really focus more on the video aspect, but also show you the notebook and show you this part of things. And again, 90-67. The Eagles really seized control of this contest midway, a little past the midway point of the second quarter. So it was as high as, here we go, 36-17 Washington here after a 3-and-out by Philadelphia on their third possession. Terrible call on third down, as you can see. And I noticed a lot of jet sweep fakes with Aguilar. They never went to the jet sweep, but a lot of fakes and a lot of trying to fake the Redskins with the seat and in terms of the running plays. So there we go. This is my recap of Eagles and Redskins, the notebook way. Don't nobody be crying on me now. Don't nobody be crying on me now. But beautiful movie. I love the movie. I'm not ashamed and afraid to say it. It's a lovely movie. And this was a lovely win for the Philadelphia Eagles. So with that being said, as you guys can take a look at the notebook one last time, there we go. Take a screenshot, baby. Take a screenshot. There it is. 32-27. Philadelphia Eagles win it. And I am out of here. Take care. Peace out.